Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Chelsea Green is one of the most entertaining characters on WWE TV. A former Divas champion recently expressed her desire to mix it up with the Women's United States champion in the upcoming Royal Rumble match. Layla spent almost a decade in the Stamford-based company, during which she held the Divas Championship and WWE Women's title. However, she retired from professional wrestling in 2015. The 47-year-old recently disclosed that she would be open to returning to the promotion if she received an offer. She also teased entering the 2025 Women's Royal Rumble at number 13. During an interview with Chairshot Sports, Layla was asked with whom she would like to mix it up in the Royal Rumble if she ended up competing in the match. The former WWE Women's Champion disclosed that she would like to work with Chelsea Green. In a recent interview with Cultaholic Wrestling, Chelsea Green discussed her idea of having a Divas-only open challenge for her Women's United States Championship. She disclosed that she would like to see several former female stars from the Divas era answer her challenge, including Kelly, Beth Phoenix, Nikki Bella, and Alicia Fox. The 33-year-old also revealed that she wanted to see Layla return and answer her challenge, expressing her love for the former WWE Women's Champion. While Layla refused to give a definitive answer on whether she would be in the 2025 Women's Royal Rumble in her interview with Chairshot Sports, she guaranteed that she would eventually reunite with her former Le Cool partner, Michelle McCool. It would be interesting to see if that would happen on February 1. The stage was set. The road to WrestleMania had begun, and WWE fans everywhere were gearing up for one of the most anticipated events of the year, the 2025 Women's Royal Rumble. With the excitement building, the focus was not only on the title matches and a star-studded lineup, but also on the rise of new faces and the ongoing legacies of WWE's legendary women. Among the growing tide of talent, one name stood out as a force to be reckoned with: Chelsea Green. Known for her fierce persona, unmatched athleticism, and bold attitude, Green was on the cusp of becoming one of the top women in the company. However, just as she was primed for a big moment at the Rumble, a message came from an unexpected source, someone who had seen it all, done it all, and built a legacy that would be hard to match. That someone was none other than WWE Hall of Famer Trish Stratus. The tension between the two stars started to heat up as rumors swirled about Trish Stratus' return to the ring for the Women's Royal Rumble match. While fans were excited at the prospect of her stepping back into the ring, Stratus was not here for nostalgia. No, this time, she had a point to prove. The message: a challenge from Trish Stratus. The week leading up to the Royal Rumble, WWE aired a special segment on SmackDown. The camera panned across the arena as the sound of Stratus' iconic entrance music hit. The audience roared in excitement. Trish was back. The woman who had revolutionized women's wrestling in the early 2000s, who had transcended the role of just being a pretty face and had proved time and again that she could hang with the best of them, was once again in the WWE Universe's spotlight. Stratus stood confidently in the middle of the ring, microphone in hand, as the fans cheered her name. She smiled, soaking in the adoration of the WWE Universe. But then, her expression changed. It was time for business. I know that there are a lot of women in this match, a lot of talented competitors who want to make a name for themselves, Trish began, her voice steady but filled with the unmistakable confidence that had earned her legendary status. But there's one woman who's been running her mouth a little too much lately, one woman who thinks she's the next big thing in this company. Well, Chelsea Green, I'm here to put you on notice. The crowd went silent, sensing the intensity of what was to come. Trish continued, "You've made some big waves here in WWE, Chelsea. You've proven that you've got the skills, but what you don't understand is that you don't get to just come in and demand respect. Respect is earned, and you're going to have to go through me and every woman in that Rumble match if you want to prove that you deserve a spot at the top." The tension was palpable. The WWE Universe buzzed with anticipation. Was Trish Stratus challenging Chelsea Green to a showdown in the Rumble match itself? Or was she simply sending a message to remind Green that legends don't just step aside for the new blood? Chelsea, you may be ready to take on the next generation, but this is my ring, Trish said, pointing to the ropes around her. And before you get too comfortable thinking you're the future, let me remind you who built this division. Let me remind you who made it possible for women like you to even have the opportunity to stand in that ring tonight. So, I'm giving you one warning. Come Rumble, you better be ready for a fight, because if you think you're the future, you're gonna have to go through me to prove it. Chelsea Green responds, not intimidated. The challenge from Trish Stratus sent ripples through the WWE universe, but it was Chelsea Green's response that truly captured attention. Appearing on the following episode of Monday Night Raw, Green strutted to the ring with the same confident arrogance that had made her one of the most despised figures in the company. Microphone in hand, she didn't waste any time addressing the challenge laid out by the Hall of Famer. Trish Stratus, really? Chelsea scoffed, shaking her head in disbelief. The woman who's been retired for how many years now? You think you can just show up, step into my spotlight, and try to intimidate me? Newsflash, Trish. I don't need anyone's permission to take what's mine. The crowd began to boo Chelsea, but she was unfazed. Her eyes locked on the camera, as if speaking directly to Trish and to every fan who doubted her. I don't need to go through you to prove anything. I've been carving my own path, and I've done it without the help of anyone. You may have helped pave the way, but that's where it ends, sweetheart, she said, smirking at the thought. So, you can come to the Rumble if you want, but don't think for a second that I'm scared of you. You've had your time, it's mine now, and when I toss you over the top rope, the WWE Universe will see exactly why I'm the future of this division. Chelsea dropped the mic, turned her back on the crowd, and exited the ring with a confident swagger, leaving the WWE Universe in shock. The battle lines had officially been drawn. The war of words escalates. As the days counted down to the Royal Rumble, the war of words between Trish Stratus and Chelsea Green intensified. Both women made appearances across multiple WWE platforms, taking every opportunity to deliver verbal jabs at each other. Trish reminded Green that she was a 6-time women's champion and one of the most decorated athletes in WWE history. She emphasized her legacy and how she had been the face of the women's revolution long before anyone knew Chelsea Green's name. But Green was having none of it. She dismissed Trish's accolades, calling her a relic of the past who couldn't keep up with the pace of the modern WWE. The verbal sparring between the two women reached a fever pitch during a heated backstage segment. Trish, flanked by some of the current WWE superstars, approached Green in the locker room. The tension was thick as both women exchanged icy glares. You're not going to get away with this, Chelsea, Trish warned, her voice laced with intensity. You're about to find out that there's a price to pay for disrespecting legends like me. Chelsea smirked, clearly not intimidated. You can talk all you want, Trish, but come Sunday night, it won't matter. The only thing people are going to remember is that I was the one who eliminated you from the Royal Rumble, and that's how you'll be remembered. As someone who couldn't hang with the new blood, the verbal back and forth had reached a boiling point. The WWE Universe was captivated. Fans were now not only excited to see who would claim victory in the Royal Rumble match, but also who would emerge victorious from this epic showdown between the established legend and the ambitious upstart. The Royal Rumble, the clash of two generations. The night of the 2025 Women's Royal Rumble had arrived. The crowd was buzzing with anticipation as the first few competitors entered the ring. The energy was electric as the Royal Rumble match progressed, with fans on the edge of their seats wondering when the showdown between Trish Stratus and Chelsea Green would take place at number 20. The arena erupted as the unmistakable sound of Trish Stratus' music blared through the speakers. Stratus walked down the ramp, a determined look on her face. She slid into the ring, eyes immediately locking with the other competitors. But all eyes were on Chelsea Green, who was already in the ring, watching her every move. The tension was undeniable. Chelsea's expression hardened as she eyed the Hall of Famer. The crowd's energy intensified as the two women slowly began to circle one another. For a moment, it seemed like time stood still. Trish and Chelsea stood in the center of the ring, both sizing each other up, knowing that this was a defining moment for both of them. The WWE Universe was on their feet, eager to see who would come out on top in this battle of generations. With no more words left to exchange, it was time for action. The two women launched at each other in a flurry of fists, kicks, and acrobatic moves. Trish showed the experience and ring awareness that had made her a champion, while Chelsea showcased her agility and ruthlessness. Both women fought fiercely, but it was clear that neither would go down easily. As the match wore on, the two rivals continued to clash with everything they had. But, as the minutes passed, it became evident that the new blood of Chelsea Green might just be too much for the legend. In a dramatic turn of events, Chelsea Green seized an opportunity and, with a vicious shove, sent Trish Stratus crashing over the top rope, eliminating her from the match. The arena went silent for a moment before erupting into a mixture of shock and boos. Chelsea stood in the ring, breathing heavily, a smug smile spreading across her face. She had done it. She had eliminated Trish Stratus from the Royal Rumble. Aftermath. A new era. As the Royal Rumble match continued, Chelsea Green's victory over Trish Stratus reverberated throughout the WWE universe. She had made her mark. But while Chelsea celebrated her moment, there was no doubt that Trish Stratus' legacy would continue to cast a long shadow over her. The clash between past and future had proven that the torch had not yet been fully passed. Chelsea Green had emerged victorious for now, but it was clear that her journey was just beginning, and so was the ongoing evolution of women's wrestling in WWE. For Trish Stratus, this moment may have been a setback, but it was clear she wasn't finished. As the Women's Royal Rumble came to a close, the WWE Universe knew one thing for sure: this rivalry was far from over. The future may have been bright for Chelsea Green, but she had yet to prove that she could truly hang with the legends of the past, and that ultimately might be the toughest challenge she'd ever face. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.